Hello and welcome back to Woolly Elephant with the introduction of Nicola's first finished object of 2018. I know everybody's been in anticipation and waiting to see him. So here he is. He's snoozing a little bit at the moment still.
I'll turn him round in a bit.
When he wakes up a bit.
When he wakes up, but he's just a bit snoozy.
And it's all about cuddles at the minute. He was born, if you've been watching, on January the 11th at
10:37.
10:37 in the morning.
He's currently talking.
He's having a bad dream because he's pulling faces.
He was born at 10:37 and very fast, very quick. And yeah, it's like he's the quietest baby ever. Barely cries.
It's so different to Michael, isn't he?
Oh yeah, very different.
Very placid. Let long may it last.
Although I think yesterday he discovered he'd been born because he was squawking and feeding and constantly. So yeah, oh, that's just a new baby thing. But here he is. You'll have seen him on my Instagram, and I know everyone's excited to see him, which is nice.
Oh, them faces.
It's like poison face.
Anyway, it's been about 8 weeks.
Really?
8 weeks. This is episode 25. I think the last one...
We're prepared today.
Yeah, we are. We've both got notes. The last one was... Did we film on the 5th of December or the 6th? 5th or 6th of December?
It was early December, yeah.
Yeah. And we said we weren't filming again until after Joseph had arrived. So it's taken a little bit longer because we sort of expected he was going to... He kept hinting that he was going to come a bit early, but he wasn't, and he kept her in anticipation and backwards and forwards in for 3 weeks. Slow labour for 3 weeks.
Yeah, don't do it by half.
So we all didn't sleep. We all didn't sleep very much.
No.
Over Christmas, my husband had flu. My mum had the Australian flu. Everybody's been quite poorly.
Yeah, and Ben had flu as well.
And Ben had flu, and then not even man flu, they had real flu.
Proper flu.
Yeah, knocked them off the feet, so Christmas was a bit quieter than it would have been because they were all ill. But Michael had a wonderful time.
That's all that matters.
Nonetheless.
Yeah, and I got your Christmas dinner.
And you got your Christmas dinner, and so we did our best. Shouldn't be such a rush this morning, but which is a good job because I've knitted the world. In the meantime, I've finished and this is without the stuff that I knitted in after the last episode up to Christmas for Christmas gifts. I've been in the finishing mode, and I've done quite a few accessories as well since Christmas. I think I'm on about my 10th finished object for 2018, for January 2018 already.
She's a machine.
People have been commenting on Instagram that, what a fast knitter, but some of them are only small. Hats and things, and some things I've just gone on the finishing. Most things you've probably not seen. A couple of things you have, but probably most of them you haven't.
Can't wait to see them socks.
So
those ones.
Anyway, I'm Heather, if you're new.
And I'm Nikki.
She's Nikki. I'm Woolly Elephant Mum on Instagram. Nikki's Woolly Elephant Daughter. We have an Etsy shop called Woolly Elephant. We're on Ravelry as Woolly Elephant Podcast. In the groups tab if you want to join in there. We apologise we're not overly active in there, but our lives have been so busy.
What are you talking about?
Facebook, we've had... Excuse you? We've had... I've had... Nikki left work on maternity leave, and then another girl left temporarily on sick leave. She had an operation. These ones that worked quite a few shifts, and then one of the other girls decided she was going to leave and start an apprenticeship. All in the space of a week. So, needless to say,
stress,
and been working an awful lot of hours. Probably got a bit run down, and was working a lot of hours, so not idle on time. So, on that note, Nikki's obviously not back yet. The girl that left to do an apprenticeship came back. She didn't like it. And she came back, which was good because we were struggling a bit. And the girl that had the operation's just come back last week. So now, finally, things are settling down and I might get a bit more time. Obviously, when I'm not working, I'm knitting, as you'll see. My house looks like devastation, but you know, it's about that.
I'll be there.
We do what we have to when we have to, and I keep looking at it thinking, yeah, we need to do something. No. So on that note, I apologise to the stuff I was supposed to send out for the baby cowl, because of the hours I've been working from like most days from 9:30 till 7:30, and I'm only getting home at nearly 8. And I've been doing that a lot of the time, 6 days a week. I've not been able to get to the post office in all this time, because when I'm not at work, the post office is not open. And it's not open on Sundays when I've been off.
They open at like daft times at like 10 o'clock round here.
And when I have managed to have a Thursday afternoon off, I've been visiting my mum, because she's, like I say, my mum had been really poorly over Christmas. She's a lot better now. I'm visiting this one in between when I can manage. Sleep. So I will do my damnedest to get them out shortly. I haven't forgotten. I know I'm a terrible person for not going posting stuff, but life has kind of got in the way. So I hope people understand. When we do come to start selling me wool that I'm going to start dyeing, will be a bit better, because now I'm not working 4 of the earlies in the morning, so I will have time to go out to the post office.
You'll feel like you're on holiday.
I've only just started that this week, so I'll be able to go out to the post office in the morning before I go to work, because I'll have time for that now, which is good. And my Thursdays, I'll get my free Thursdays back, most of the time, to start with doing my day. Anyway, after all that, I think we mentioned all the places that we are, that you can find us.
We're on Facebook as well.
Oh yeah, we're on Facebook as well. So, without further ado,
all admin.
We'll finished objects. I was going to call him Michael then.
No, this one's Joseph.
Meet Joseph. First finished object of January. Well, Nick's first finished object of January. Turn it round.
And he's actually wearing my only FO.
Of the year.
Knitted FO.
What's it called?
It's Flax Light, which is a free pattern by Tin Can Knits. And it's supposed to be 0 to 6 months, but I don't think it's going to last him that long.
No.
Is it, Babby?
Oh, it was £8 15 ounces.
It was. And when we had him last weighed, he was £9 3. So he's not even at Michael's birth weight. I think he might be right now.
And he'll be 3 weeks old tomorrow. Today is Wednesday the 31st of January. It is the 31st, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's Wednesday the 31st of January. It'll probably be Saturday, Sunday by the time you're watching this, for when I get time to do it.
So he'll be 3 weeks old.
So he'll be 3 weeks. He will be 3 weeks old. Having a good stretch.
It's hard work, you know.
It is. So, that's Nikki's echo. So, Tin Can Knits, the yarn was by...
It's by Stranded Dyeworks on our Oasis Base. And it's 75/25 superwash merino nylon in Reef Dive.
Do you want to hold it up? We've got a new lens in the camera, so... When I was testing it last night, it was actually, look, zooming in
Woo.
On the words. Let's see if we can... You can see that. It wants to love me at the moment. I don't know if you can see that or not, because I'm looking at a tiny screen. Give it a sec. No, that's a bit too... That there.
It is.
That was a bit too close. It's just learning how close we can get, but it is zooming in a lot quicker than the other one.
I did the pattern, and I think I was off gauge, but where I'd need to go up a needle, because I had stitch count, but I didn't have rows. So then you go up a needle size for that, don't you?
If you've got the stitch count right, that's majorly important, because you can always knit more rows.
Yeah. But if I went up a needle size, to get the rows or whatever's, the fabric would have been really loose, and I think it's really loose as it is.
I think the row count's more important if you're doing a pattern, a texture pattern, because you might not get enough in for when you're getting up to where it says knit so many rows before you start shaping this, and if you're doing colour work and you get up to it, you might have to add in a whole extra colour block to bring it up if you rows, because I'm always pretty much, I can get the stitch count, but I do struggle with the row count. I'm always under. I've gone up a needle size recently to get stitch count, whereas I was always accurate for whatever the pattern said. These days I must be knitting tighter, and I've had to go up a needle size on most things, although I have gone down a size on my socks. Do you want me to have him for a bit?
Sure.
You can all the things. Oh, you hold him enough. I'll cuddle him for a bit. Hello.
Pulling his jumper down.
Hello. Right. So, first FO of the year, which I think Nikki was probably in anticipation for, because as it was going to Nikki. It was supposed to be a Christmas present, but I said you can't have it till you've seen it on. I finished it after Christmas, but couldn't have it until we'd shown it on the podcast. Oh.
That's pretty pretty.
This is the Lamina wrap by Amber Obrien. The pattern's on Ravelry, and it's fabulous. The yarn's by Mothy and the Squid. It was a rainbow minis pack, 20 gram minis pack. There was 10 minis.
It goes on forever, man.
There were 10 minis. And the black is Knit Picks Pallet Yarn, which is fingering weight. I've done 3 repeats of everything. I could have maybe got a 4th repeat out, another section, but I didn't want to take the chance. It took roughly 5 grams, between 4 and 5 grams. I couldn't make my mind up. My scales couldn't make the mind up.
Didn't wear black on purpose.
It took between 4 and 5 grams for each stripe. Hello. So I didn't want to start on another lot of stripes, just in case I didn't have enough. And I knew she wanted it.
No, I didn't want it at all.
It wraps round quite well, like a scarf as well, because it comes down. You know, like you had your other one on.
Oh yeah.
Makes a nice big wrap round like a scarf. Just try to throttle myself.
I'll
not quite sure.
I'll fart
Not
around
quite
with it
sure what she's doing.
when I can see myself in the mirror. This one I'll just fling on. Yeah.
So that was the Lamina wrap. The yarn is lovely, like I say, by Mothy and the Squid. Beautiful, bright colours. I used the whole pack. Like I said, there was probably about. There should have been about 50 grams left, but I think there was just short of that. So, like I say, I didn't want to take the risk, and I didn't want to do less stripes. So it's a lovely pattern. I am going to be knitting this again using my minis, but I might use, you know, like everybody else is doing the Cosy Memories blanket. I think I might do a Cosy Memories shawl.
I think you should.
Because anything that I've got that's 5 grams or more will work for that. So now we'll be able to see Nikki coming. Wherever she's going. It'd be nice to have Anya and wrap around Michael, Joseph even.
Yeah.
I've not got used to being another one yet. At night.
Although Michael will probably claim it anyway.
He probably will.
Because it's colourful.
Right, and that's that one. I think the next one that I finished, I was on a bit of a rainbow theme, Nikki can model all these.
Excellent.
Was the 3-colour cashmere cowl by Joji Locatelli.
Which way's right? The right way up.
Don't bother, I don't think. Hang on, let me look at the picture because I can show you the pattern on my tablet.
Oh really?
Ooh, where you going? Excuse me, where you going?
He's rolling down.
Now we're moving.
It's that way.
So there's the pattern.
So here it is.
We're going to turn round
at the bottom. And then work our way. Oh, I like this lens.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, it's excellent. Here we go.
So it's all different patterns. I knitted it in. It looks nothing like the ones that you see, everybody else's that you see that knitted them in solid colours. Do you want to hold that up? See if it'll show. That's the pattern. You can buy it on Ravelry. If you scroll down, yeah, that's the pattern. Everybody else mostly done it in plain colours, but I did it in. I have a lot of Knit Picks Pallet Yarn which I like, and this doesn't obviously have as much drape as it does in the picture because she's used cashmere, but I've used my Knit Picks. I had an oddball sitting around of Knit Picks Chroma fingering.
Is that it? What you used?
Yeah, like a rainbowy one. And I thought, well, I'll use that, and then tied in the Knit Picks Pallet Yarn.
Oh, it's got pretty blue in there.
Tied in the Knit Picks Pallet Yarn with the colours in that. So that was so you can see the rainbow effect in the stripes, especially in the stripy section. And I used what did I use? I think it's called Brass Heather or something like that, and the other one was, I'm sure I thought I'd written it. Oh, Brindle Heather.
That's
and Brindle Heather and is the gold one, I think, and Clematis Heather is the purple one.
And then the rest is this.
And the rest is Chroma fingering.
That's cool, isn't it?
So I'm quite pleased with that because it does look completely different. I plan on making another one of those in single colours as well, a flatter, something more drapey. But that matches perfectly with my hoodie that says, I didn't get my letter from Hogwarts, so I'm going hunting with the Winchesters. And you'll understand that if you're a Supernatural fan. We've just started watching, we're going to do a marathon, what do you call it? A marathon session there. Yeah. We're just going to go through all the Supernatural series. We're on season 1 again at the moment, and God, they look and sound like babies.
They do, don't they?
Because there's like 13 series, and we like to binge watch. That's it, binge watch at the moment. Yeah. So it's Supernatural. We've done
marathons all in one.
Yeah,
day.
we're doing Castle and Supernatural at the moment because we've got them all on our hard drive.
I'm on Lucifer and Temple Eureka.
We've done Lucifer. What else have we done?
It gets me through the night shift.
Yeah. What else have we done recently? We've done How I Met Your Mother. We went through all those.
Stranger Things. I watched season 1 of that. It's freaky.
And I've just gone through on Netflix Night Shift. That's pretty good. I always loved ER, so I wanted something to replace ER. And Night Shift's like that. It's just it's only up to season 4, episode 10. I don't know if there's any more. But I'm quite into that as well. Anyway, not that you'd be interested in that, unless you are, and then you can tell me what you think.
Next!
So, that was that one. The next one, these look a bit baggy.
Sweet.
Because I've worn them. So I apologise, and I haven't washed them yet. But I did a pair. I know, they don't stink. They don't stink. I did a pair of, you haven't seen these, rainbow socks. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen them. This was from a sock blank Nick bought me at Christmas. Nicky brought me 2016? Christmas 2016? When we first started podcasting. So bear in mind, our first podcast was between Christmas 2016 and January 2017. We did it at the end of December, so this is our year. This is our first one. We've just done a year. So woo! Happy birthday to us. We've just missed it. We've gone over it. Cake. I know, we've gone over it by 3 or 4, well, for a month now, because it's the end of the month, isn't it? So I apologise, I look a bit baggy, but I haven't got round to washing them, and I only wore them for like a couple of hours. But isn't it amazing? Have you noticed when you wear your socks, when you bit of squeaking going on here. When you first you get your socks and it's new and it's all pulled in and tight and pretty, and then you wear it for 5 minutes and it looks stretched and baggy.
And this is what's left over of the blank.
Ooh. I don't think, I'm not so sure, I can't remember what they're called. Was it Tailors? I don't know, but I've been looking on Etsy this morning on my favourites because I had it saved, the company, my favourites, and it's not there. So I'm thinking they might have gone. I can't remember what they were called, but it's definitely not.
I think I ordered it under our Etsy shop name, so it might be on the Etsy shop.
That's true. So
no,
I'm sure I had it saved in mine as well, but I can't remember. Anyway, after knitting those on a sock blank, I did put texture into those. It's my own pattern.
Here we are again.
I did knit 3 rows and then knit a purl a row.
From sock blank.
64 stitch cast on, and they were done on a 2.5mm dpns, I think.
God, blimey, kid.
Are we having a good stretch? Hey?
Can we see the texture?
Are we having a good stretch? Are we ready for a bottle? Chops are going. Oh yeah, fists going in.
Engage.
Engage feeding mode. Ugh, he says, what have you put in it? That's disgusting. Oh, sorry, amateur.
I have to watch a video on how to use these properly.
They're a funny shaped teton. Whatever happened to good old fashioned just shove it in and feed it? No, it's gone back to sleep.
It's gone back to sleep.
He actually just gone, make your mind up. Do you want it here, don't you?
It's supposed to be...
Contact.
They're supposed to be good for combi feeding. Not that I'm doing that, but... because they're supposed to be like what nature intended.
Right.
So we're doing your socks.
Done my socks, done that. What's next on my list? Goth Kitty Socks, that's these purple ones. I ordered some It came before Christmas, probably came before the last podcast, but I couldn't show it because I bought some for Nikki. I bought some of the Knit Picks Feleci when they brought the last lot out. So this was the Goth Kitty. Again, it's my own pattern. Well, my own recipe. 64 stitch cast on. I did these on 2.25. I've done them a bit short. They were going to be for me, but now they're for Rebecca at work. Because I've done one, and when I put it on, it was shorter. I thought I'd done it right. So she tried them on. And she loves pink. So they're going to her. And the Goth Kitty. I love this. I've obviously never used Knit Picks Feleci before, but everybody raved about it. It feels so nice. We're choking on it or drinking it?
Bit of both, probably.
The heels and toes are in Rusty Ferret in their doll base in Interstellar Cloud, it's called. And that's Rusty Ferret by Fluff Shop. We've mentioned them before.
Oh yeah.
In the past.
We got them from Edinburgh last year.
Yeah, Edinburgh Yarn Festival last year, so they're going to be there again this year.
Which
so
we're going to this year.
We'll be seeing what they've got again this year. Round toe. I always do heel, flap and gusset. I've tried the odd ones, but I still prefer heel, flap and gusset. It fits my feet better. 20 rows on my rib, I think I did. And like I said, I did these on a 2.25, so they're much snugger. I thought I'll give that a try.
But it wasn't big.
No, they fit me, except not in length. I did the foot too short. So
shows you I was listening.
So lucky Becky is benefiting from that.
Boot. That's that one.
Have you got any more? Or
No, I'll
just go through my FOs.
Just go through them all.
Right,
you're holding
one.
my FO, so that's why I'm being lazy.
Right. That one. This was and there's a pom-pom there. I did to remove if I wanted it here.
Sorry, you
Sorry, my hands are full at the moment. They are. We'll just get that.
That one.
There's pom-pom there. I did do a pom-pom to go on this, but I'm not a pom-pom girl. But I put it on. I did it just in case I wanted to wear it with it. You can just feed the two threads through and tie them in a bow underneath. But this is Toe the Hat by Jane Ellison from Purl and Jane. Jane is my favourite designer, as I may have said before. And I went to visit her shop to spend my gift voucher that my husband had bought me for Christmas. And then when I came to pay for all my wool, I hadn't got my gift voucher. Which means I'll have to go back again and spend again. But you know, it's such trauma. Anyway, I saw that hat. I love this hat. I think we might need a bit of wind in here. Have we got a towel?
I'll go get one. Hang on.
Oh, before he burps and barfs all over everything.
It's an hard life.
Oh. There's some funny noises coming out of it. Yeah, you'll just have to hang on a minute. Yeah, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Oh, too late. Oh, that made you jump, didn't it? Come on, Mum. Do you know what's she like? There's milk all down his neck, and she's not here. And she's not. Come on, he's burnt for England. The hat. Well, I was saying, the hat. This was a chunky yard in, I think I knitted it in.
I remembered everything but his burnt cloth. Whoops.
Oh, tea towel.
So you got a tea towel instead.
Sorry. Sorry, lad.
It's a clean tea towel.
Yeah. Hang on, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way.
I've done this before, honest.
That was in, knitted in, Knoll soft, Knoll, K-N-O-L-L, soft Donegal. 100% merino, and then it's got the tweedy neps in it. I don't wear it like that. But turn up. Wear it a bit slouchy, pull down at the back. But you can wear it with a turn up. And as soon as I knitted this, my husband tried it on and went, ooh, I like that. And it's like, get off.
Mine.
So I sent for some more. And I did his in a dark grey. I did his in a light grey hat with a dark grey brim. So at least if we were wearing them at the same time, we might look different. So those were the colours. I have got a picture. I'll put it in, but he's probably wearing it. That's the pattern. Really easy. If you haven't tried Jane Ellison's patterns, you should give them a try. They are really, really easy. but they look really effective, and that knitted up in no time. Probably knitted it in, started it one night and finished it tea time evening and finished it the next evening, because it is quite a chunky and it's quite soft as well.
She blinked and she had it done.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it went.
Pretty much. So there is, like I say, I've got another one and I've got a picture of it which I'll put on if I remember, and it's on. It's on.
Never been fed.
It is on my Instagram page. It is on my Instagram page as well.
I like it.
So I did. So I obviously got 2 of those done, and I wouldn't be surprised to knit more of those because it's a really easy pattern, and it looks good and it's warm. The next one that I did. Oh, the colours on that one. The blue, it's like a petrol blue, was called. The label's in there as well. That's it. In case you want to see that.
No soft.
Donegal. Yeah, that's the Neagh. I can't pronounce it. I think the blue was Neagh and the black was Sheelin or something like that. Pull it back just a bit. I'll be choking on this. Should we just stop for a minute? Ooh, come on. Ooh. 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 How much wind have you swallowed? Eh?
They're supposed to be anti-windy ones too.
They lied.
But that's basically it.
Come on, lad.
And it's does it?
It took
100% pure new wool.
I needed 2 balls for the main hat and 1 for the
50
obviously one. If you do it all one colour, you can get it all out of 2 balls. That's what I had left out of the 2. So you could get the whole thing out of 2, but it looks nice in the 2 colours.
I like it.
And I knitted that on my new Knit Picks needles that I got for Christmas.
Show them in. Yeah.
I'll show them acquisitions later. Anyway, that's those done. Are we okay? Are we okay? You don't look quite sure. Oh, a bit more. Try a bit longer. And then there's from Jane Ellison again. Got the scarf pattern at the same time. This is the door chest. No, I got this at Yarndale. Pattern for this when I saw her at Yarndale. I bought the hat and the scarf for this at Yarndale. I got the yarn shop with the Christmas present. This is the door chest. I think it's pronounced. I'm not quite sure. And it's knitted in Knoll mohair tweed double knit. It said to knit it in on 4mm needles, but I knitted it on 4.5, and I ran out. It needed 3 balls, and I ran out about 6 stitches from the end in the cast off.
Oh dear.
And I thought, oh, do you know, I even cut off the excess bits where I'd joined the balls, you know, to see if I had to use that as well, and I still didn't have enough. So,
are you supposed to wear this?
So fortunately, I used, I don't think you can tell, just in that end bit there, it looks slightly chunkier. The hat, the chunky wool that I had left from that hat, I used that and cast off the last
can't tell.
The colour's exactly the same, I think.
It looks like you've just oversewn it.
It's the same brand. Hello, are you awake? Hello? Who are you? Are you? It's Nanny. It is. It says you're not my mummy. But you look familiar. Don't you? Hey? Shall we sit that way? Oh. Oh. Oh.
It's hard work waking up.
Isn't it? It's hard work being you. Hey? Oh. So, that's really nice. It sheds a little bit because it's got mohair in it. It's 70%. I think it's 70%. Yeah.
I like it. Goes when we get up.
I think it's 70% merino, 30% mohair. But it's really nice.
It is.
I just like the frilly edge. It's just a basic garter stitch, you know, on the biased type scarf, but it's got a picot type edge and like a picot cast off. So it looks really nice. An easy one. I think I will do more, less the mohair, for if I'm wearing black or something, because it'll shed. But it's nice and it doesn't feel scratchy. It's not quite as soft as the hat.
It's a bit rough, but not like.
But no, I haven't washed it yet.
Not itchy rough. Like I could wear it.
Yeah,
now.
and I imagine it'll soften up when I wash it because the other yarns I've used of theirs have all softened up.
It didn't last very long.
Is he gone to sleep? They've all the other yarns I've used a couple of 2 or 3 of their different ones. So that's that one. Next one.
Next.
Cowl. Nick my husband requested a cowl because while he'd been feeling ill, he'd been feeling really cold. He'd asked me for a hat and he'd asked me for a cowl. He asked for, I'll show the hat first. He wanted a hat, but that just came to the top of his ears. He could just wear, I can't remember why. Oh, so when he had his headphones on, now he's
another hat on.
He's a severe eczema sufferer. So it had to be something soft, really soft. So he wanted cotton. He said he wanted cotton, and the only cotton I had was this, which is the brand new Knit Picks Colour Mist, and it's an Aran weight cotton. So that's not the colour I knitted the hat in, but it's rolling our eyes now like we're drunk. Are we? Still windy. Eh?
So it's worsted weight.
Yep.
75% Pima cotton, 25% acrylic.
And then they put it on in a set in their value packs, and you could buy one of each colour. Anyway, I had this because I thought I'd try it on my loom because I thought it's cotton, it's strong, it's worsted weight, it might be nice for summery baby blankets. So I thought I'll try that. So the pattern for the hat was Tin Can Knits, Tall, Dark and Handsome, it's called.
Okay.
And I knitted it shorter than what it said, so it sat above his ears so he could wear his big headphones while he's playing his game and freezing to death in the front room. Because we had the fire on, the house was baking hot, I couldn't breathe, the electric, we have like a stove type fire that you just plug in, an electric one that he never uses because he didn't like it, but he had that blaring out and blankets and all sorts on him.
Living the Antarctica.
But he loved that, that was just what he wanted, it sat how he wanted. And then he requested, when he was stood at football matches, because Chorley Football Club is just up the road from us and across the road from Nicky, he started going watching Chorley Football Club play, even though he's not, he's a Nottingham Forest fan. He asked for a cowl, so I just knitted a plain stocky stitch cowl. I used 2 strands together for this. That one, the label that Nicky held up was Waterfall, and then the other one was Foggy Beach, so I knitted the 2 strands together to make it thicker. And I think I did that on something like 6.5mm. I think 6.5mm.
Don't know if you can read
needles, 6.5 for 7. Whatever's missing out of my box. Those were the 2 colourways that I used for that. That was the colour I used for the hat, this one. It was just 1 strand for the hat. But they were the kind of only manly colours I had. But they're all quite pastel.
But he wears it all.
But he wears it.
I see him in them all the time.
He wears it and he likes it because it's super soft. He complained that it doesn't stay up around his face. I said, but it's a cowl, it's drapey. It's cotton and it's drapey. You're not going to get it to stay up when it's cotton.
You need proper wool.
Yeah, which you can't wear really. Although he probably could if I made him one in the same as that made that hat. But you can wear rougher hat ones on your head than you can around your face and your neck. So, that was them 2.
Next.
Counting down, we're nearly. I think that's it for finished objects.
We've just got like table just continues.
It is. I think that's it for finished objects.
Is it?
That I've got, yeah. Sorry. Was it like, no?
No. Is there anything in your bag?
No. Hang on. No, I think that's just labels. It is. It's just a bag in a bag.
Bag in a bag.
So, that's, yeah, finished objects. I've got a couple, 2 or 3. I think I've only got 3 work in progress now.
I've got 2.
I can say I've finished a few, as you can see there. Most of those were new, that you haven't seen, and a couple of them.
Wrecking show.
She's wrecking joint. Oh, eyes!
You don't know what you want to do you?
Are we making an effort to wake up? Are we going to grumble? Oh, what's the matter? What's the matter? Oh. Sorry. Distractions. Excuse you. It's definitely a male. It's definitely male.
Yesterday, Joseph trumped, then Michael
trumping?
trumped, and Michael's there going, hee, be you! And then his dad joined in.
Should we come in for cuddles? Just don't puke down my shoulder, please. Right, work in progress. I'm sure Mummy's got some work in progress.
Yes, I have 2.
Hasn't she? Eh? It's alright, my jumper's due for washing anyway. It is. My jumper's due for washing.
Put me thing on. So I started...
I bet you're all jealous because you want cuddles, don't you? You do? Yeah. You're alright. You don't know what you want, do you?
When I started knitting Joseph's jumper, I started that think it was Christmas Eve, because I've been promised I would have had a baby by then, and they lied. So I started knitting in fury. And I finished that. I only knitted one sleeve, just to wait and see how big he was. Because then I'd only have to rip out one sleeve in case he came out like a 6'20", like I was expecting.
Yeah.
So then I decided I was going to start knitting Michael's jumper. Michael's very excited about getting this jumper. So I started, this is the Mix and Match Child Sweater, the textured version by Knitting Expat Designs. I'm doing it in the age 2 to 4. So that's the texture. I really like it. It's really easy to remember. And I decided to do the colour change, because I had lots of this green and this beigey colour, biscuit colour, I don't know what it is.
Bargain basement stuff, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Sorry, lad.
Knitted it from
Talking in your
Poundland.
ear.
Knitted it from Poundland. The wool's from Poundland, so it's 100% acrylic, which is perfect for a 2-year-old. Not Joseph. Joseph gets the fancy merino. But what else did I do? And I'm knitting it in the age 2 to 4, but Michael's 3.
It's work trumping, isn't it?
He's 3'2". I don't know what that is in centimetres, but if I was to knit this...
3'2", that's 30, 60, 90... It's about 92 centimetres.
If I was to...
95 centimetres.
If I was to knit it as the pattern specified, it would fit him now, but not for long. So I put an extra 2 inches on the body, and the sleeves are 12 inches long. Because when I got him to, I told him to come stand in front of me so I could measure him. So I'm measuring the jumper up against him, and he's there going, "Jumper, mummy, jumper," and he gives me his head like this.
Knit it faster, mummy.
To put it on. And I got my tape measure out, and he instantly threw his arms up like this. Because I used to measure his chest a lot when I intend on knitting him something. But I measured under his arms, and he's from his underarm to his, what's this? Wrist. Brain. He's 10 inches. So yeah, I've done the one sleeve and I'm just knitting the other sleeve. I've done all the body.
You did it longer, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 inches longer. I've done all the body. And
oh, more trumps. He stretches and then trumps. Head comes up and then he trumps. I did hard work that one.
Did the whole body and the neckband on 4.5mm. I think the pattern calls for 4, I think. And then when I rejoined the sleeves are on 4mm dpns, because that's what I had. And when I put it back on, I'd already knit like all the way. I'd already knit all the way down here. By the time I realised I'd picked up 4s, not 4.5s. But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're a tight knitter anyway, so
yeah, it doesn't matter.
That was probably right. I these days knit on 4.5 as opposed to 4.
Well, the body I purposely chose 4.5 because that's what I got gauged with. Because I thought if I'm going to do it for Michael, I want it to fit in properly. And when I came to casting on sleeves, because when I started knitting the sleeves, Joseph was obviously here, and I started doing it whilst I was awake during the night. Don't know why I did that, stupid, but whatevs. And I picked up the wrong colour needles. I think 4.5s are green, I think, but these are my Knit Pick Zing colours, and now they're 4mm. They're nice, they're just noisy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this done. I'll probably have this sleeve done hopefully by the weekend. One hopes. So yeah. And I'm curious to see how it washes. I hope it washes well. And it was, you could buy 3 balls and pay for 2, so it only cost £2 for 3 balls.
Bargain.
And I've used one ball, which is 50 grams, and I've only started on the second, really, to do the sleeves. And I've still got loads left to finish the intarsia jumper I was doing.
You should knit this one to match.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. Intarsia jumper, I was going to rip that back, but I changed my mind because I've gone actually so far. I thought I might as well finish it. But we'll see. This is the noisiest it's ever been. Right, you want to show a whip?
Right, this is my Resferber socks by Mina Phillips. The knitting expert, and it's for the Wanderlust Gin, I think sock club. She has 2 sock clubs this year, and you get your patterns every other month. This is the first one on the easier. There's one that's aimed more at easy to intermediate, beginner to intermediate, and then there's one that's for more experienced, and then this is the first one on the beginner intermediate one, which is, she puts the patterns across the front, which I like.
But you can't do them all the way around if you want.
You can if you want. I've seen a couple of people who've done them all the way around, but I've no desire to do them all the way around. I quite like it just at the front. It's a dead easy, really easy pattern. I have changed the heel. She does it.
Your neck.
I know, she does it. You want to come up there, do you? She does it with a German short row heel. I've tried that. I started doing that.
Can't fathom it.
It wasn't so much. Well, it wasn't so much that. It was more. It was. It looked too small.
I get big holes when I try.
As I was doing it, I thought. Not only was I not sure there was a bit of it I wasn't doing right without watching the video, and I didn't want to put the video on because I was watching something on the telly. I thought it looked like it was working out right, because I've done German short row heel before. It was, it just looked really tiny. It looked really small. So anyway, I pulled it back and I decided to do my heel flap, put my heel flap and gusset in it, because I like that. And I'm doing these magic loop, which is a lot more bearable on these needles than ones I've had before. These are Addy Lace 2.25s. 100 centimetres. I got these while I was at Jane Ellison's shop. Not spending my voucher.
Someone vibrated then.
Maybe it's mine, look at mine. And I did it all on them. When I was doing the heel flap and gusset, was harder, obviously, doing that on Magic Loop. But I just had the
Parcel force.
Alright. I just had the cord sticking out in 3 places as opposed to 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As opposed to the one side. I pulled it out in an extra place, which meant it took slightly longer to do a heel flap and gusset than it would normally, because I had to keep moving.
I think I've done that before.
Yeah, I had to keep pulling the cord through. But worked out just fine, and I didn't have to change needles. I didn't. No.
Because, yeah, you just used stitch markers.
So I think that's looking alright. The yarn is my own hand-dyed colourway. This is my Kingfisher colourway. Oh, we're twitching. Oh, I know. So I'm quite pleased with that one. So,
do we want to lie down in our rig?
Christy from Relatively Crafty, this is the one, this is the yarn I sent you, so looking at that you'll see how it knits up. Alright.
Let's see if he wants to have a wriggle.
He's asleep.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm not putting him down unless he complains.
Okay. Yes, boss.
Have to get cuddles once or twice a week. He seems alright. So I've enjoyed knitting them. So that's only the first one so far. You know, I'm shirking on the job. I've not finished it yet. But
Slacking.
I take it to work. I do a bit on that in the evening if I'm watching the telly, because it's quite easy to do while I'm watching the telly, or to take to work and do in my break. I'm trying not to steam through them, because it's 2 months before the next one. Well, it'll be another month before the next one comes out for that club. But the new one, the next one for the first one of the other club, should be out. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, February. I'm waiting for her cardigan.
Oh, the bigger version
What's
of
it
what
called?
I'm knitting. She's doing a mix match.
Mix and match cardigan, an adult size mix and match cardigan.
This.
I've seen that on a couple of the test knitters doing that, and then the picture she showed of herself wearing it. I like the idea of being able to do the dip hem and things like that. So
that's short row shaping.
yeah, I'm waiting for that, because if I like doing that, then I'll do it on other ones in the future. So I'm waiting for that. She said hopefully beginning of February. So
I was going to do that on the jumper I just showed you, the short row shaping, but I was trying to do German short row. Do you do a double stitch? and I was just getting massive holes.
I'll have to show you how to do that, because I know how to do that.
Massive holes. And
I did that on, you know my Yellow Brick Road socks, the pink ones I did?
Yeah.
That are now one pink and one blue.
Eh?
Because one went in the wash by mistake. It must have been picked up with some washing by mistake and went in with a pair of jeans.
Oops.
So now one's a bluey shade. But I did German short row heel on those and it came out really well. Anyway, yeah, so when I get the cardigan, when that pattern comes, I'm waiting for that cardigan. I'm going to do it in, I just fancy doing it in plain stocking stitch, an easy one. Because I'm planning on doing a cable one alongside it. A Jane Ellison one. So that's my plans for a couple of jumpers. Anyway, next, another work in progress is another sock.
This one is empty.
Oh right, it's oh, it's that one actually. Oh look at that, show that bag. That bag's it. I got this when I was in Skipton when I went to see Jane's shop, and this was in one of the gift shops, and I thought it was great. It says it's something about keeping your secrets.
Your secrets are safe with me.
Because I zoned out 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That's me, so me. And then so's the other side.
Kate doesn't ask annoying questions. Kate understands.
It does. I just love that. I just saw it. That's one of those things. You see it and got to buy it. I thought that's a perfect sock box. It makes a really good sock box.
That's nice.
I like the box shape bags.
I like it that it's waterproof as well.
There's that one. That's the. This is in a new bag I just got the other day as well. This was from WH Smith's. It's a pencil case from WH Smith's. I got that. I know this is not acquisitions, but I got the notebook to match as well. I thought it was so pretty.
It's like the one I got you for Christmas. It's a toiletry bag.
Yeah, that one has got. I've been putting needles and things in that one. I'll show that when I pull it out on another video.
I can't remember what it looks like.
These, I'm just doing a pair of vanilla socks in my my Opal Minis Advent.
That's really good colour.
Sock yarn that I got. Obviously, I had for Christmas the Opal Advent calendar that came. It looked like a big book. This is I'm on my second colour. I'm going to try and make a pair of matching socks. So that's the second one. It starts where that blue line goes across. And the other one, is obviously you can see it's got no label on. That was the first one. So I should have enough for doing the second sock. I didn't measure it, weigh it, but I'd imagine it's right. And if it's not, so be it. The scrappy socks, they're going to be scrappy socks. Because when I saw Christie's on Relative Crafter when she did her scrappy socks. Sorry, that's my bent needles. They do bend rather a lot.
2.25.
2.25s.
Hiya Hiya. Mine are bent.
I have snapped one of these in the past, but I have got some more because as I knit, it tends to push up. Yeah. And it's bend in the middle.
It's not good, is it?
So I have got some metal ones if they ever do snap. But they're quite easy on my hands.
I prefer bamboo.
And they're short to take to work. So that's that one.
I have another one.
You show yours?
It's really exciting. It's not. But Mum bought me some Knit Picks Feleci for Christmas. And I got one in grey.
Spaceman, is it?
Spaceman. This is what it looks like. Half used. And it's superwash merino and nylon.
It's so nice. It says you can just chuck it in the tumble dryer as well.
Yeah, it says here, machine wash, tumble dry low. These will not be going in the tumble dryer. But I started knitting tube socks for Michael. Finished this on New Year's Eve before midnight. Me and Mum were having a race. I'd start. You were doing this.
Mm.
I'd started knitting it, but I didn't cast on enough stitches because the tube sock pattern, you just don't put a heel in. It's toe up, and I was doing it cuff down, and I didn't put enough stitches in. Excuse me, that's my stomach. I tried it on Michael, trying to get it over his thing, and I couldn't get it over. I don't know what it's called.
Okay, well.
The widest part of his foot, I couldn't get it over without it being a stretch, so I recast it on, and then I messaged Mum going, race you, midnight, and I did it. And this is one. I think this is a full repeat or 2 repeats. They're really long repeats. But I can't remember how many stitches. I think it's 30.
Nice wide stripes.
I think it's 32. I can't remember. I think it is. I don't know. I'll find out when I cast on the other one. I think I've got notes on my project page. But I'm knitting these on 2.75.
And they'll last him for quite a while because they're a tube sock, aren't they? You don't...
And his foot is about here on this stripe. So if I was to knit it a bit longer, I'd probably just take the toe out and carry on knitting. But my plan was to do me and Michael matching socks. Because I really like this Spaceman colourway. Because I'm into my greys at the moment. And I did a magic loop because you can see me thing there.
Your line.
But nobody cares. It's only going on your foot.
Does it not block out that though?
Yeah.
I've not blocked out a pair of I've done with magic loop yet, so I don't know.
Well, on bigger socks, I don't really get that line. But I did on this one. But be read. But it does, it blocks out pretty quick.
That one in that plastic bags. That's in the Knit Picks clear project bag. This is a jumper for Michael. I need to get this finished. I thought I brought the book in, maybe I didn't. It's from a King Cowl. It's... Oh.
So here's one piece.
I can't remember what it's called. I thought I brought the book in here, but I haven't, and I'm not going rooting for it now. I'll show it again when I've finished it.
Another piece.
It's plain front and back. This is knitted in King Cowl Value Aran.
Look at the sleeves.
Because I have a lot of this colour, and the sleeves are cabled and textured. So I've just got to do... I knitted all that quite quick and then put it down to do something else, and I wish I hadn't now, because there's only one sleeve to go. I got distracted.
Probably my fault with me impending blooming labour.
Probably, yeah, and I picked up something less, because you have to concentrate on doing the sleeves, where I don't with socks. Or some of the other things I've knitted.
Don't mind
But
me.
that was, yeah, King Cowl Value Aran. Is it about the right length? Same length? Because it's probably... I can't remember, is it a raglan shaping on mine, or is it drop sleeves? Yeah, it is. So it should be alright.
Yeah, just measuring, because that's obviously going to be the undersleeve.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It'll stretch a bit.
Ooh.
It'd be better than the last one that I knitted with, you know, sleeves where he needed arms like a gibbon.
I
Because I just followed the pattern and the arms were just like forever long.
put him in it yesterday because he's not worn it properly yet. I just rolled the sleeves up. The body fits him perfectly. So I thought he needs to wear it before he's not going to be able to fit in it. Because his body will be too long and he'll be like 10 by the time his arms reach. But
So it was quite funny.
I just rolled them up.
Is that it? Oh, other than my jumper. There's just my jumper. My jumper that I kept saying on my Instagram page I'd hopefully be wearing today. It just wasn't dry, it didn't dry. It's been drying for 3 days. So in vain, I stuck it on the radiator last night. Probably shouldn't have done, but the radiators were on really low, and it survived. It looks alright this morning. But I wanted to get it sewn up on Tuesday night so I could be wearing it to show this morning, because I've been knitting this since... Well, I started it in October 2016 when I got it. My husband bought me the wool for my birthday from Jane at Purl and Jane. This is her pattern. This is the Portella sweater jumper, crew neck jumper, in a Easy Knits book. I have that book handy, and it's knitted in. But I think I did. I knitted the front and then I put it down. Knitted the back, sorry, and then I put it down, and then didn't pick it up again because it was too warm. I put it down because it was too warm by the time I'd finished, in between other things. Because we started podcasting and it kind of got put aside.
Oh yeah, I think I remember.
I think that's why it got put aside, and I got pulled in and sucked in to start doing all the accessories and the shawls and the things like that, and it got put away. And I think I started it again, probably August, September time in last year, because I took it on holiday to do the front, which I did.
Is that where your needles broke?
Yeah, I took it on holiday to do the front, which I got done, and then... No, it was last year they broke while I was on holiday. I had to go and buy another pair. It was the previous year when I got it, when I first got the wool.
So many years.
So it's taken me to do the back and the two sleeves. I've been doing it since about September. I got the last sleeve done in about 2 days, over 2.5 days, because it's even though it's cabled, it's really easy. Because it's the same cable you're doing over and over again, and it's an 8-row pattern repeat, and you only cable on 2 of the rows. So it's quite therapeutic. So that's that. So I'll be wearing that now next week. It'll probably be now starting getting too warm to wear it because it's Blueface Leicester. And it's going to be quite heavy, but it's blocked out. It came out quite small. My tension must have been quite tight. So I have stretched it to the measurements. That's the yarn. I ended up with one left over, so it took 600 grams. That's what I was saying, my tension must have been a bit tighter because for the yardage it should have taken 7.
Well,
but it don't matter. I've managed to get it pulled in more than anything on the cable section. The rib section at the bottom was fine. But this is the book that the pattern is in.
You want to do that, don't you?
Yeah, that's my next project. This is the cable cardigan I'm going to be doing. I've seen that made because she actually wears that cardigan in the shop. The only thing I don't get, and I can't see in the picture, it says the back curves up slightly. I never noticed that. I wouldn't say the pictures, some of the pictures aren't the best. They look nice in the book. I mean, a couple of them look better than others, but you know what I mean? You can't see it overly. That's the jumper I've done.
Yeah.
The pictures aren't overly clear, I don't think.
Can you see that?
No, up a bit. See, that's the one I've done. I wanted to do it in that colour, but I wasn't to... It's not that I don't like the yarn, it felt too rough when it was going to be near my neck, whereas the cardigan I might do in this actual yarn.
Yeah, look, it curves.
Oh yeah, it curves up a bit. I'm not so sure about that. I might have to alter that, but that's, if you show that. This is the cardigan I'm going to be doing. I might do it, she does there's a real turquoisey colour, but the cardigan I'm more likely to be wearing it over a t-shirt or a shirt or something, so I might try it in the actual wool, but it's going to cost £100 to knit it in the size that I want. I mean, I've got a £50 gift voucher, but I went to spend my own money last time. So I've got half of it. That's what I'm trying to weigh up at the moment. Do I want to spend £100? I'm still going to have a look around. It's the colours. The colours of that yarn. What's it called? Kilcara Tweed. Knoll Kilcara Tweed.
Yeah. No,
it's beautiful yarn. It's beautiful colours. I've knitted a pair of mittens in it, and it is a bit on the... It's softened up when I washed it. A bit. But it's a considered purchase.
You have to really consider.
If I kill it. You know, by mistake.
Uh-oh.
So, I'm going to have a look around and see if I can find anything that's even remotely close to the colours of what I like. But if there's not, I'll probably end up buying that. But I'll have to... I've only got to spend £50 because I've got a £50 voucher, but... It's still a considered purchase. I mean, this one costs £75, I think, didn't it?
But you did it.
But I've done it, but we'll see. We'll see. But I'm going to knit the cardigan, come what may, whatever I knit it in. I have been looking.
It's going to happen.
It is going to happen. I have been looking around. I might not knit it in that yarn, but I have been looking around at others, and it looks better in a lighter colour. I think the cables will stand out better. So,
what's next?
I think that's it. I think that's it for works in progress that I've got out to show. Anyway, I have a few acquisitions.
Go on. I've none. I've just got my knit picks that I showed you.
Right. Showed these on Instagram and everybody was, ooh. These are me, this is my knitting needle set I got from my husband for Christmas. They were one of the Knit Pro Christmas sets.
Sat in my house torturing me, they were.
And it is lovely. There's one set missing. They're what I knitted the cowl on. I think they're still on the cable in the thing, in my box. But they are gorgeous and they are really nice to knit on. I just love the colour. And if you lift that up, underneath, this comes out, underneath, it came with a little bag and that's got all the cables in. And then that's a shawl pin. That's one of the cables. And the pins and things. And that was a shawl pin that came with it as well. Are we okay, lad?
Beautiful cut wood.
You going to open your eyes? No?
No.
No,
I don't want to.
No, he doesn't want to look at you.
I was
too much.
All night.
It's too much. So that was those. Beautiful to knit with. I like the gold colour on them as well, whereas the ones you buy in the shops are silver. Silver metal on them.
Oh, they look far better with gold on.
Is that the battery flashing?
It is.
I hope that doesn't just suddenly go off. This I ordered from a bookshop, my local bookshop before Christmas. It seemed to be the book of the moment on Instagram. I thought I'm going to partake in that. It was about £15, so I thought that was pretty much a bargain. Now,
get in.
Japanese knitting stitching Bible. There's some beautiful The charts are very small in it, but the patterns are lovely. So I could put these into socks, cardigans. I could just knit them as samplers. I thought I might just knit like squares with them and
like little skirts.
They're yokes, I think.
Yeah.
Designed like for yokes. I thought I might put in, and there's lots of borders as well, which I think would be quite nice for edges of hats and jumpers and things. Blankets around the edges of blankets. Whether I'll ever use any of them remains to be seen. But I thought I'm definitely going to have a go, because I like the idea of doing little, little swatches that you could then maybe sew together later, see how they work and how you could put them together. Because it gives you ideas on how to put things together as well.
That's good.
How they can work together. But it's lovely. I bought this. I don't know whether to try using it on my loom. Ooh, hello. Try using it. I thought about using this on my loom. I'm going to try and use my loom a bit more this year. I thought I might warp it with cotton and then weave this in and out, because I thought this would be nice for little man here to lie on the floor, or for Michael to cuddle, because I imagine he would
He'd like
pinch
this.
that because it's super soft. But I've seen them before. It was only £9 something, I think, and it's got a blanket pattern, a knitting blanket pattern, but I don't like knitting in it.
No.
So, and I was looking at the pattern and it's knitting the front of the back of this, and I thought, in that stuff, I don't think so. But I'm thinking I might put that on the loom.
I had some, I think it was King Cole or Sir Dan Snowflake, and that was like this, and that was horrendous to knit in.
But I thought that was nice because it was going to colour block.
Yeah, it's nice.
So that'll probably end up being a blanket on my loom in the near future. I haven't had my loom out since Christmas. It's down there on the floor.
200 gram ball.
But that should go quite a long way. I might be able to make 2 out of that if I warp it in cotton, and then they could have 1 each.
That'd be nice.
So we shall see. That's a double knit weight. And then these were the Colour Mist. This was the Colour Mist set that came for that I ordered before Christmas. So it was the full colour range. Oh, big old leaping off my shoulder. So that's all. They're lovely colours. I wanted to use these on, like I said, to make baby blankets on my loom. And they're such nice, such pretty colours. And I say this is this all iron weight.
That one's like it's
like a mauvey colour, isn't it? Very pale.
So there's 3.
Because I'd like to eventually weave some baby blankets or scarves, summer weight scarf or a wrap to put in our Etsy shop. Maybe make my mum one, because she likes to wear a shawl. She feels the cold. I know I gave her one of my shawls for Christmas.
She's always after
my
something.
Fairy Hill. Was it Fairy Hill shawl?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. It was one of those. The one I did in my hand-dyed yarn, my first hand-dyed yarn. So if you want to put them in there. Ooh. And then the others that are in there, them 4 colours there.
Yeah.
They're the other Knit Picks Feleci I've got. You know, if you throw your head back like that, you'll give yourself a neck injury. Whiplash.
Whiplash.
You'll get whiplash.
He just lies lying there with his head like that. Is his eyes open?
No.
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 And these are
that. That's my stomach grumbling.
Yeah, mine's been crumbling all the way through.
I haven't had any brekkie this morning. So these were some more Knit Pick Feleci. Some of them were on sale, some of them were new colours. I thought I'd take advantage because they're never in the shop very long.
This one's hopscotch. This one's Sonora Sunset.
It took about, to do those socks that I did, it took more than one.
Spring Bloom.
It took about 65 grams or something like that, so I broke into the second one.
Hibiscus.
Don't throw your red back.
I think I've got one of them. Is it one of them?
I don't know. No, yours were a different. I don't know.
I don't know.
Did I give you 2 of each colour?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'd be a different colour then, because they were all different colours, and I bought all of them in 2s, because I wasn't sure whether one ball would be enough or not, which it wasn't. Excuse me, lad, this is going to make you jump. Sorry. Excuse me.
And as you can see, he's not a redhead.
No, he's not. He's brunette. As yet, mousy brown. So, I think that's it. Sorry, I didn't have much today.
It's good going though. You've got quite a good production.
I've been quite busy. I like to keep busy.
Well then, like my mission is from now till March because we're going to Edinburgh.
Oh, can't wait. Who's going?
We're going on the Friday.
And we're going to meet.
Yeah, be nice to meet some people. Be me, mum and dad.
Yeah, if you see us, say no, Dad won't be in there. He's going off doing his own thing.
Alright.
He's just going to drop us off.
Be
So
me and mum.
if you're going and you see us, stop us and say hello because it'd be nice to meet anybody that watches on here that's going.
So I'm just going to try and get some projects finished.
I haven't done anything particularly to wear to go in this time.
I'm going to wear this.
I'll wear me. Well, there you are. That'll do me. I'll wear my jumper if it's cold enough. My new jumper when I've sewn that together. But if it's not,
well, it was raining last year.
Mm.
But this year it's in March, whereas last year it was in February.
I toyed with doing a shawl, knitting a shawl to wear, but I've just never got round to it. I bought the wool to knit one that I want to do. I got at Kendall Wool Gathering.
I haven't knitted anything with the stuff I bought from there.
But I haven't got round to doing it yet. I've been trying to be good and finish stuff. And to get some stuff finished. I wanted to get at least one of my jumpers finished. I've got another cardigan on the needles. That Ottercoat cardigan, but I can't find the pattern.
Isn't that annoying?
It's in a magazine. It's in one of my knitting magazines somewhere, so I'm going to have to sit and go through them and find it. Because I nearly picked... I was going
that she wants to cast on.
Because, well, I've done 3/4 of the body and I've done a sleeve, but I had to stop on the body. I thought there's no point going any further because the pattern said to do the sleeves first, and I thought I'm not doing that, I'm doing the body. I haven't knitted anything like that in the RAM for... Anyway, then when you get so far and it says join the sleeves in, I thought, well, maybe I should have done the sleeves. So now I'm doing the sleeves, but now I've put the magazine away somewhere. When I've tidied them all up, I'm hoping I didn't chuck it away, along with a load of others.
Oops.
I don't think I did, but I think you can buy the pattern somewhere.
It's like me with the jumper. I did. I'm knitting still. I had to go on a mad mission online to try and find the pattern because I've lost it. And recently found it.
Anyway.
I don't think there's anything
else. I think that's all we've had to show you. Thank you for watching. If you've been waiting all this time till we come back and to meet Joseph. Apologies he wasn't awake.
Oh well.
It's too much of a trauma.
He is still
being awake.
Very new.
Can always maybe stick a little bit of video in the end of him awake.
Oh yeah, I have
a couple on the phone that you took yesterday. But I have no doubt he will be in most of the videos going forward.
Probably.
So unless he's... and you might see us more separately occasionally when he's kicking up. Kicking up a fuss. and has to go and sort him out. But, hey, can I ask a question? Right at the end. That orchid there.
Yeah.
Do you want to grab it?
Okay.
Does anybody out there keep orchids? I've never seen this before. Look at this orchid of mine. It's growing babies. I know this is totally random, but I have a load of orchids sat on my table just here in front of me. This is one I got at an orchid fair. It's got... I wondered what they were, why it had leaves on the end, but it looks like...
They're going to shoot off.
It looks like it's having babies. They're starting to grow roots. So I'm going to have all these little orchid babies soon. Has anybody ever had that before? Do I just put them... Do I just sit them... Will they drop off? Do I just sit them on top of... I have more of the bark stuff that you pop them up in. Do I just sit them in that? What do I do? Does anybody know? If you don't, then... Well, they are. There's a pretty orchid that's looking a bit...
That's weird.
That's multiplying.
I like it, the fact that it's growing down.
Yeah. Sorry, I just thought I'd throw that into the mix because I was sitting here looking at it. I have 6 there. Six orchids just sitting behind the camera. All bar one looking a bit sparse at the moment because they've just all recently lost the flowers. Another one's just about to bloom, and I have a green one that my friend Chippy Jean bought for me because she knows I like green flowers.
They're very different.
So, that's a way to end a knitting podcast. So if you know, let me
gardening advice.
If you don't, because people come in the chippy and ask me for advice. Because of all the orchids in the shop window that are all blooming like crazy.
Oh yeah, all mine have bloomed. I say all mine. I've got 2, and I've got a little one that I thought had died, but then when Mum inspected, it's not dead.
So we're just wittering now.
Okay, I think we should go.
So until
I'm starving.
Yeah, so my stomach's growling. So until next time, episode will be episode 26.
It will.
We should be in 2 weeks. We'll try and get back on our 2-week schedule. If we have anything more than usual, I won't leave it this long. Future. Maybe we'll do a weekly one. Do another one. I plan on, if I get time, doing the odd vlog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and figure out how I would upload video from my phone up to YouTube as well, so I could do the occasional vlog on what's going on.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
In between the videos, which you could do if you learn how to do as well. Maybe a little vlog of you doing your bags, or just something this little man's doing, or that's cute, or when he's modelling something.
Yeah.
Or when Michael's modelling something.
He's very good at modelling, isn't
Yeah.
Michael?
Okie doke. So, TTFN.
Bye.